That's my name.
Hey, this is Sharks Across Hollywood, and see, I know the fucking name of our show, god damn it.
I just thought you might have blanked. It happens to me. I'm not here to judge.
It happens to me all the time, because I am a fucking idiot. What did happen just now, right before I introduced the show, was that I took a big, deep breath to actually do the intro, and then I heard like a plane, or a lawnmower, or something, and it's still going on.
What you're hearing in the background now, he heard that.
Yeah, I heard that. He heard that. That's what you just said.
Fuck you.
He's having a rough moment.
I'm going through some shit, god damn it.
Since he'll bitch about it if I don't. That's the Rev across from me, and he's gonna be a whiny little bitch throughout the whole episode. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I'm Andrew. I'm the cool, level-headed one that no longer wants to fucking drive my car off a bridge. Yeah, we're gonna talk about a
movie.
It's a movie.
Question mark.
It technically counts as a movie.
I believe it's 70 minutes long, so it could theoretically fit in that category.
It is called Andy Colby's Incredibly Awesome Adventure, also known as Andy
and the Airwave Rangers.
Thank you. I had never seen this movie before. You brought it up, and I'm like, okay, that sounds cool. Let's watch it.
I own both versions, by the way. I own Andy Colby's Incredibly Awesome Adventure on DVD, and I own Andy and the Airwave Rangers on Laserdisc.
On the Laserdisc, too?
Fuck yeah. Still sealed.
Let's talk about this fucking movie. It was produced by Roger Corman, so that gives you your first indication of kind of what you're in for, but at the same time, you don't know what you're actually in for, because I had no idea.
I don't even feel like that can fully prepare you for where this movie takes you. I don't even know if that's the right term.
I love the cover of this thing. It looks like a movie that I would have gone to the video store and been like, holy shit, that looks awesome.
And that's what I did.
Which one?
The Choose Your Own Adventure cover. The one that looks like a fucking Choose Your Own Adventure book. It looks awesome. It's an awesome cover. I was maybe a little too old for it. I was like 12, I think, when I saw that in the video store. But I was 12, so my stepdad, who had me for the weekend, along with his girlfriend's son, he was like, "Hey, listen, you're not 13 yet, so you can't get PG-13, so you can only get G or PG." And so I was like, okay. So I was looking around and I saw that, and I'm like, okay, this looks awesome, right? That looks awesome.
It says Family Adventure right on the top.
Yeah.
Too.
So I picked it, and that was the day I became a man. That was the day I realized that you can't trust people.
I was just looking at the IMDb credits of the director of this piece. Her name is Deborah Brock.
Yes.
And I scroll down, I look at the filmography. It's already kind of interesting.
What else has she directed?
So,
I am dying to know. I did not look it up.
In 2024, she released a movie called Montana Amazon Redux. It's a TV movie. It has Alison Brie on the cover and Haley Joel Osment on the cover and a lady Olympia Dukakis. But
you threw that out like I would immediately know Olympia Dukakis, and for fuck's sake, for some reason I don't. Now, here's the thing, though. I know I should. I know I should.
You'd know her face.
I know, but the name is eluding me at the moment.
I know her from she was in 500 Days of Summer. Wrong movie. In the Land of Women, she plays Adam Brody's grandmother. If you go down to the all cast section, there's two people, and it's just Olympia Dukakis and Haley Joel Osment. But Alison Brie is very clearly on the fucking post. I think.
Let me see.
Is that is Alison Brie, right?
That is 100% Alison Brie.
Okay. 2024 Haley Joel Osment does not look like the Haley Joel Osment that's on the cover of the fucking thing. Do you see that shit? That is skinny.
No, that's
2004 Haley Joel Osment.
Well, 2009.
But we're cruising down there, so she also directed 4 episodes of VR Troopers. So.
Oh, all right. Okay.
And Slumber Party Massacre 2. What the fuck?
She directed Slumber Party. I love Slumber Party Massacre 2. Have you seen it?
No.
It's amazing.
That's so random. I love it.
And Slumber Party Massacre 2 is the video that the kid grabs in the video store.
It is.
And the guy is like, that's not for... I don't know how that got into this section.
Oh my God, it definitely is. That's awesome.
Oh, Slumber Party Massacre 2 is fantastic. So she clearly that clearly came out before this. God, how did she go from the awesomeness of Slumber Party Massacre 2 to this?
What the fuck? Okay, so The Misadventures of the Dunderheads is another movie in what it looks like is the Montana Amazon collection.
What?
Because Allison Brie and Haley Joel Osment are in that one too, and Olympia Dukakis is also there.
What? What is happening?
I don't even know what this is. Eccentric Montana family who've been in the mountains far too long, now one step ahead of the law. Matriarch Grandma Ira flees to Canada with her two wildly dysfunctional teenage grandkids across the American West into a cosmic collision with the mainstream world. Montana Amazon is a both funny and poignant fable on the nature of the human family. And Rock and Roll High School Forever, which I'm assuming is the sequel to Rock and Roll High School?
I believe it is, yes.
From 1991 of all.
Yep. They were like, you know what movie needs a sequel? Rock and Roll High School.
VR Troopers is good enough for me. And this movie, honestly, had to have been a little bit of, maybe not an inspiration, because Haim Saban already had the idea before this movie came out, but like they're playing on the same level. Okay, well, Power Rangers might be I don't want to say this that often, but Power Rangers is probably on a slightly higher level than what's going on here.
And I would not say this that often either, but you're 100% right. Power Rangers is on a significantly higher level than what's going on here.
Yeah, and not just because I love Power Rangers, but because it is.
No. I concur with you wholeheartedly on that. What Haim Saban did with Power Rangers is multiple steps of quality higher than what is going on here. Now, that should not be interpreted as I don't enjoy this. I enjoy the shit out of this now that I love shitty movies. But this is a shitty movie.
So you said that. Oh yeah, you already told your story about getting tricked, huh?
No, well, I didn't really. Okay. I didn't really tell it per se, but
right,
yes,
let's dive deeper into the psychological torture that Andy Colby has given you over the years.
So I get this movie home and I'm thinking, I'm looking at that cover. I'm thinking this is going to be like some kind of fantastic, story about a kid my age, 12 years old who gets on site. And I figure it's going to be kid friendly. I figure it's going to be, like about him and his little sister.
It's going to be like pre-hysteria level.
Yeah, it might be like a little dumb, but that's okay because it's going to be rad. It's going to be fun. And
no, it's not. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be incredibly awesome.
Incredibly awesome. Yes.
And so I pop this in, and this movie tricks you at first because it looks like a movie. It's shot on film. It has movie lighting. It looks right for a movie at first. The opening credits, while very low effort, they're lit and filmed like a movie. The opening sequence of him going to the video store, getting the video, coming home, his mom and all of her stress over the job interview, the scene with her in the kitchen, her hair glowing like it's, like being lit like a fucking movie. That all prepares you to watch a movie. And then the turn happens and the little girl gets sucked into the TV and suddenly, I'll say what Rachel said. She said, if somebody told me that 12-year-olds had made this over the summer, I would think that's great. And how fun. But professionals made this using apparently MS Paint for special effects. Because Jesus fucking Christ, the whole rest of the movie is shot on video, and boy, does it look like it.
Well, technically.
No. They superimpose this kid against frozen still images from films over a green screen that is painfully obvious. I mean, you want to talk about like a quality level that doesn't even come close to Power Rangers.
No. Well, I was kind of like into the TV effect, where his little sister gets sucked into the TV and it's like in the background. I'm like, that's fucking creepy. Jeez, that's actually kind of scary how it happened. She gets like yanked into that fucking thing.
For a moment, it has a moment there where you think it's going to be good. And then you get into the TV level. Andy goes into the TV level and it's like, oh, this is so much worse than I thought it was going to be. Like, I got angry watching this. I was like, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to make movies that way. That's not a movie. That's not a movie.
What you do see is this kid standing in front of a green screen in every shot he's in.
This whole movie was shot in a garage in front of a green screen.
Well, so his little sister's name is Bonnie, so we're going to refer to Bonnie a lot when we talk about the movie. But
not Andrew's Bonnie.
I was just gonna say, my Bonnie happened to be in the room when I was watching this, and she walks in and goes, "That looks like a green screen." and I have to give Captain Obvious fucking points over there. I'm like, you think? Like, leave it up to the 12-year-old to be the most obvious little smartass on the planet. And I'm like, you've known me for how many years? Shouldn't you know at this point, even being a clueless preteen, that I enjoy dumb shit? So you can point out how bad something is, and I'll be like, yeah, that's why I like it.
No, the great irony here, for me anyway, at this point, the great irony here is that it opens with a shot from The Warrior and the Sorceress. I don't know if you caught that. The movie that they're watching, the movie on the screen, right?
Oh, I was wondering what movie
opens
that was.
with a shot of Kane from Warrior and the Sorceress.
Is that a Roger Corman movie?
Yes.
Okay.
Warrior and the Sorceress was a Roger Corman. It opens with a shot of him from Warrior and the Sorceress. So Warrior and the Sorceress, which she also commented on, if I recall correctly, about how bad the fights were.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Warrior and the Sorceress is the quote-unquote real movie that this movie is ripping from. So this movie is a multi-step downgrade from that. I watched this with my roommate Sophie, and that's when, you know, like I said, like they were going, God, that movie actually looks really fun. Like we should watch that.
So my first impression was, I didn't know it was Roger Corman or anything. I'd never seen Space Raiders before. So he gets sucked into the TV because his sister gets sucked into the TV, and he's automatically on board with it, by the way. Well, let's start at the beginning. So this is a typical setup for your teenage preteen stuff. It's actually very Never-Ending Story-y, because he goes to the video store.
Right.
And then
it's straight out of Never-Ending Story.
And he looks at this videotape. He's like, my sister's seen all these. What about that one? And the guy's like, oh, that one. Okay, you can have it. Just hang on to the remote and fucking don't sit too close to the TV.
Well, no, he's also like that one's very special. Yeah, there's only one version of that tape in the whole world. It's straight out of Never-Ending Story. This is like Never-Ending Story plus Labyrinth, and then it goes straight into just a straight ripoff of or just rips from every Roger Corman movie that looked even remotely good up to that point.
Essentially, he wanted to rent a videotape to distract his sister long enough so he can go to his friend's house to play laser tag, because his mom said that he had to babysit her while she goes on her job interview. So what ends up happening, though, he throws the tape in, they start watching it together. His friend calls and says, dude, are you here? And then he's like, yeah, I'll be there in a minute. Just hang on. Don't let that fucking idiot touch it. We don't know what exactly they're talking about. It's laser tag. But then from the background, we see little Bonnie gets sucked into the TV because Count Chroma,
yes,
who is the bad guy. Chroma.
Subtle.
Yeah.
Right?
He wants her colors or some shit. It's kind of weird. He's a little creepy.
Oh, he's super creepy. The more you think, the more you watch this, the creepier he gets.
Yeah, you're getting a little handsy with that young lady, sir. And, and he walks up to the TV, Andy Colby does, and he's like, Bonnie, where are you? He's like looking around. And then he sees her on the TV. He's like, oh, nice trick. What's going on? I'm like, you're not the least bit concerned at this point? Like,
that is exactly what my roommate said.
Like, this isn't the weirdest thing you've ever seen in your life?
He's so nonplussed by it.
He's like, you know what? I'm just going to rewind it and see what happens. Or see what happened. I'm like logically, yeah, I guess. But I think this just takes place in the same universe as Pleasantville, but Pleasantville's like a prequel, but it actually happened. So they're like, oh, this shit just kind of happens here now. It was a big news story and shit.
So nobody's overly concerned anymore. They're just like, oh shit, Pleasantville time again, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Only this time it's a rapey old guy stealing 5-year-old girls. So he makes his way into the TV, and it's kind of weird, and he's like pushing on the TV and trying to figure out what's going on, and he eventually falls into it. And it is this shitty green screen desert scene.
It's just a paused video frame behind them. Like, they didn't even get the film. They didn't even get the film version. They just took the video, paused the screen, and took the shot.
I assume it's Death Sport background or something.
Something like that. Who fucking knows?
Because eventually we're in the same place, and the Death Sport racer guys come and try to get him. But then he ends up just randomly in Space Raiders.
Well, because, like basically he walks off into the landscape trying to find his sister, and he stumbles upon the spaceport from I don't know whether the spaceport itself is from Space Raiders or Battle Beyond the Stars, but he stumbles into a warehouse scene from Space Raiders by going into this spaceport.
That's weird. It's even weirder then because they're cutting together 2 movies instead of just one. I'm like, you guys could have just let it roll. What are you doing?
And the whole thing is he just hides while this whole scene plays out. That's it. That's all he does. And then he gets on the ship once they blow the doors open.
Yep. Luckily, there's a little bit of dialogue about somebody's sister. Oh, no, there's not, because that is an overdubbed line.
Yes.
Which I did not notice the first time I watched it. And I'm like, oh, well, they must be looking for somebody's sister in this particular movie. No.
Nope. There's a lot of shitty overdubs too.
My first thought, though, I'm like, oh, okay, so I know what this is. I didn't know what it was. But I'm like, oh, I know what this is. Somebody made a movie. It didn't get released or didn't get a lot of attention, and they're trying to salvage it. So half right.
Well, you were on the path to what they were doing.
But then like all this shit happens. Andy Colby's got to be traumatized because he watched a man die.
I know, for a PG movie, this some dark shit goes on.
And then he, like, for some reason knows how to fix a spaceship because apparently he might have seen this movie before, but doesn't realize he's in the movie because he definitely has seen a movie later. But
yeah, he saw Wizards of the Lost Kingdom. It was playing on the TV while he was having to talk with his mom.
Oh, okay. And then I was on that train of thought, like, oh, this is just we're just gonna follow him green screen through this entire movie. And then he gets shot, and it gets shot like in his remote control or whatever's in his pocket.
No, he gets shot, but it pops him into, because like the glitch says later, it was just a movie, so you didn't actually die.
The glitch, and we meet the glitch. The glitch, who is actually a character from Wizards.
Well, the glitch isn't
Wizards
obviously,
of the Lost Kingdom.
But they had a character who looked like him, so they wrote him into the story.
Because there's a lot of dialogue in that movie going like, look at that fuzzy fucking thing.
Exactly.
You're looking for your sister? That one's actually legit.
Yeah.
Though that's not an overdubbed line. A child in that movie was looking for his sister.
Yes, the main character in Wizards of the Lost Kingdom is like a 10-year-old boy.
But then I'm like, oh, I get it now. Okay, I get it. How many more movies are we going to get? And then I had to look it up because I'm like, well, what the fuck's going on here? And they're like, oh, it's Roger Corman. Okay. I know exactly what's going on. He didn't get enough money the first time around, so he's just, yeah.
Someone's like, let's cannibalize this shit.
Good on him. Like, they're his fucking movies. He can do what he wants.
Yeah. Like, it's fine. It's fine. But it was a betrayal to me as a young man.
It would be so shocking, though. Yeah. Had you seen any of those movies prior to this?
I had seen. I was a big fan of Wizards of the Lost Kingdom. I'd seen it multiple times.
There's also like almost an entire Kool-Aid ad.
Oh no, there's like when you take the two halves of a Kool-Aid ad, you put them together. That's a full Kool-Aid ad.
There's half a Kool-Aid ad right now, and then the glitch is like, give me some fucking Kool-Aid. And then he gets some Kool-Aid, and I seriously thought he was going to break through the wall and be like, ooh yeah, himself. Because he's like, watch this. And I'm like, okay, I'm watching. Then he just steals the Kool-Aid.
I can't believe they got Kool-Aid to pay to be in this.
It's not
piece
like
of shit.
Flavor Aid. It's not like...
No, it's Kool-Aid brand. That was an official Kool-Aid commercial.
Yes.
That was an official commercial that was running at the time.
I want to say I remember it, but I probably don't actually.
I do remember it. I specifically remember it.
Granted, every fucking commercial from the early to mid 90s was like that, so it's hard to know.
It's very of its time.
And then after flipping, we get a quick clip from Chopping Mall. And after flipping through a few channels, they end up in Wizards of the Lost Kingdom. So all this is also intercut with Chroma dragging Bonnie all over the place, talking about how pretty her colors are and how he wants her blue eyes and shit.
Oh, and he takes her to his castle, which was the moment that the movie completely just went totally off the rails for me as a kid. I was like, that's not a real special effect. That's at Microsoft Paint.
It's Mario Paint even.
Oh God, it's terrible. It's so bad. It's so colossally bad. There aren't words.
He just wanders through this movie, and Core is talking to him and be like, hey, what's that white thing you've got there? You want to hang out in this net forever? And he's like, could you just get me down, please, you fucking asshole? And you think they're going to be bros, but they don't really do much together.
No, then Core just walks off. Well, Core fights some guys because that's what Core does. And then he cuts him down and walks off.
And then they're looking for Shirka, Lord Shirka. It's Lord Shirka, Count Chroma. Lord Shirka is one of the guys in this universe that wears a cape, and that's the one that Glitch is like, oh, let's go check him out and see if he's the guy who has your fucking sister. Shit happens. They rescue a bunch of kids, and Bonnie is not amongst those children. Then after that, they start cycling through a few things, go into another Kool-Aid commercial.
You missed the whole Cyclops wedding
the fucking Cyclops
thing.
But that's in that movie. That's not this movie.
That's true. That is all from Wizards of the Lost Kingdom.
Korg,
by the way,
Korg?
go watch Wizards of the Lost Kingdom if you have the opportunity to do so.
And now, fuck it, let's just talk about the end of the movie, because he cycles through a bunch more movies. And
nothing particularly remarkable happens aside from the Cyclops thing in Wizards of the Lost Kingdom, but that is from that other movie entirely.
Which maybe a future episode.
Maybe.
Since it's on Tubi. Tubi's great, especially if you want all that dumb shit that nobody in the world even remembers.
Sharks Across Hollywood is taking a firmly pro-Tubi stance at this point.
Yes.
It'll depend, I mean, if stuff comes out about them later, we may have to backtrack. But at the moment,
all right, Tubi,
I'm on board for Tubi.
Tell your fucking people in charge, your CEOs, not to be assholes.
Please.
Delete those fucking hard drives, okay? So we get near Chroma's castle, and the guards are just bikers from Deathsport.
Just on a race that makes no fucking sense.
And it is just, and I believe now, because that's the only part of Deathsport I've seen, the whole movie's just people driving around in circles on motorcycles.
At overcranked camera speeds.
Yeah.
Or undercranked camera speeds.
And all the color's gone because Chroma has no color in his little castle.
Okay, the movie is in color. I will give it that much credit.
I was wondering that if the movie itself was in black and white, but I'm like, there's a lot of cool special effects in this movie for it being in black and white.
It's in color, but all of the motorcycle driving in Deathsport is an undercranked camera, so it looks like it's going, but then they corner all wrong, like there's no lean or anything like that. It's just wow, like they're on fucking rails.
Good stunts otherwise though. There's some crashes, there's some explosions, it's good stuff.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It is a fun, but it's a bad movie, it's bad.
Roger Corman movie.
Yeah.
He made like 4 good movies. He directed like a bunch of those Poe adaptations and stuff that are pretty well regarded.
That's true. Some of those Poe ones were good.
And Piranha. I was gonna say he just produced that. So.
Yeah. No, he produced a handful of good movies, but again, it's all inadvertently.
Sorry, did I say Piranha? I meant Piranha, because that's how they pronounce it in the movie. Finally, he makes it to Chroma's castle officially. Oh, but how about the trash can filled with bones outside of Chroma's castle? Like, what the fuck, dude?
The magic barrier goes up, and it's so shitty. Oh, I can't even explain to the listeners how shitty it is. I can say Microsoft Paint, but you won't picture something this bad. You won't. You're too young. You're too young to picture something this shitty.
Can't quite describe it either. I know exactly what it looks like, and I know I've seen it before. It's in every PBS show you watched as a kid, but I can't quite.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. And then that disappears, and then his castle is under it, and the castle's only half a step better.
So yeah, the gatekeeper is being a bit of a douche. But Andy fucks with him enough, and he's like, fine, fucking come in, Jesus Christ.
I can't believe they got the kid from Children of the Corn for that role.
That is pretty funny. I like it.
That's a real movie. He had already done Child's Play at this point.
Yeah, he's been involved in a lot of real movies. Hey, you know what? Do what you got to do. Get a little paycheck. When you're a working actor.
No disrespect. The guy obviously, exactly. He's a working actor.
That's what I'm seeing a lot of these, and a lot of people are like, actors, you're all rich. No.
Nope. Got to pay that rent.
I'm assuming there's a lot of actors who that make about as much as I do.
Yeah, that's kind of frightening, honestly.
But you know what? They have a way cooler job than me, so fuck them. I want to make as much as I do doing something awesome.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm fine with making as much as I do, as long as
you can do something.
If I can do something I give a shit about, yeah.
Eventually, so Andy's wandering around this castle trying to find his sister, and I guess he gets fucking tired and just decides to lay down on these leaves that he finds.
No. I think the idea is that he, like there's something in the air there that like puts him to sleep.
Oh, is that the idea? Because it looks like he just walked into a room and said, and then fell down.
I think it's supposed to be like Dorothy in the
the poppy fields.
Poppy fields, yeah. But you're absolutely right. There's no indication of that. That is my mind trying to backfill this with some sense of reason.
Well, to go with your Wizard of Oz thing, then a lady pops up, but it's not a lady. It's like 3 or 4 versions of a lady's head, and he's like walking on it, and she's a wall. Basically, that's who she is. She's a wall.
Yeah.
And she's like, walls aren't supposed to talk. And that's how I know she's a wall, because she refers to herself as a wall.
I get the impression, and again, this is my brain filling it in. They did not say this, but I get the impression that she is another person that Lord Chroma kidnapped and turned into a wall. By the way, Lord Chroma, no comeuppance for him.
Not really. No.
No, he totally gets away with everything and remains in power in his kingdom in the tape.
So he gets all this information from her. She's the Chris Farley from Wayne's World of this movie.
The completely gratuitous information dump.
So she tells him where to go. She's like, you can't get there. You can't get to where you want to go from here, but here's a door that you can get to a room and then go to where you want to go. I'm like, so you can literally get there from here. Before he ran away earlier, he froze the gatekeeper. He did a freeze frame on him, and then he unpauses it when he gets back out there because she basically leads him to where he started. And he's like, what the hell, dude? What'd you do that for? Or like, what happened? He's like, I need you. Let's go. He's like, fuck that. Like, wait. Now all of a sudden I know where your sister is. Fucking asshole. I know he was lying before, but still.
Basically, he just wants him to not pause him again because apparently it's not pleasant.
He's like, you're going to show me where my sister is? He's like, fuck, fine. I know where your sister is. Let's go. So we got to go to Chroma's lab. And for some reason, Chroma starts talking like Pee Wee Herman. And it's not like he's just kind of sounds like Pee Wee Herman. No, he's doing Pee Wee Herman.
100% doing a Pee Wee Herman.
At first I thought he just sounded like it, but then I watched it the second time. I'm like, no, he is literally doing Pee Wee Herman for some reason.
Pee Wee was very popular at that time.
Did he just get bored that day and he's just like, fuck it, I'm going to do this and see if they tell me to stop? So he's doing the Pee Wee Herman thing. He's got Bonnie all fucking locked in this chair, and she is like blood-curdling screams every time he's like, hey, you want this thing? She's like, no, because it's always this gross shit. She's like, you want some tea? And then he's like singing and rapping and just being fucking weird. This guy's creepy. And
I feel like the reason he's being this way is they didn't give him a script. They were just like, yeah, just do something. And this guy had to improv everything because that's how it feels. Everything is so disconnected from everything else he does.
And then he ends up in Picket Fences. Picket Fences was a TV show from the mid-90s.
I'm aware, but I don't know anything about it. Was he actually in Picket Fences, the
yes.
actor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, are you is this a commentary on Picket Fences being a shitty show? Or
oh, that's how he ended up in here. Or no, that's how he ended up in Power Rangers and VR Troopers, because he was in this. What the fuck?
Of course there's a Power Rangers connection. Well, the VR Troopers connection makes perfect sense because, she went on to direct some VR Troopers. And was VR Troopers a Corman attempt at
no, that was Saban again.
That was Saban, yeah. Okay.
But he's in 2 episodes of Picket Fences, and 3 episodes of VR Troopers, 1 episode of Power Rangers. So.
I feel like Saban took the Corman model though. Anyway, like Saban was probably very inspired by Corman if you think about it. Because Saban doesn't give a shit about quality. He's all about finding a property that can be exploited, and that's fine.
And people that can be exploited.
Yeah. Less fine.
Let's make $1 billion in the first year of Power Rangers and not give a kickback to anybody involved.
That is absolutely insane that he got away with that. That is madness.
Yep. No fucking... It's still not a union show.
That is so fucking wild.
I hope when they bring it back, because there's all sorts of talk of Disney Plus having a show now. I'm like, make it union. Just do it. Don't be fucking weird about it.
Just do the right thing by the people who are involved in making it. Fucking... If the show makes yes, you can take off the top. That's fine. Take the lion's share, but fucking share the wealth. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, those kids made that dude so much fucking money. It is insane.
The fact that all of them didn't walk away from that multimillionaires is absurd. Absolutely absurd.
That annoys me. And the fact that I love it so much, it bothers me even more. Like, I just hate that.
No, I can see that.
I understand it's Hollywood. It's fucking exploitative just as a business model. That's just kind of the way it is. But fucking Pee Wee Herman and freeze frames. Okay, so we freeze frame Chroma, and he gets frozen. And I seriously thought it was a trick because he doesn't get freeze framed like everybody else. He's just kind of like standing still. They don't like actually like
No,
pause him.
I agree with you. I thought he was going to like pop out of it and be like, "Ha, you think that'll work on me?" But it's because they didn't have the... He's too integral to what the action that's going on around him. They couldn't separate it out.
So they freeze frame him. They rescue Bonnie. Well, kind of rescue Bonnie. They get her out of this thing. And the gatekeeper's like, dude, we got to go. It's not going to last on him very long. And sure enough, it doesn't. As soon as they leave, he's like stretching and like moving around a little bit. They have to escape the castle. The gatekeeper is able to stop Chroma long enough for Bonnie and Andy to at least escape the castle. But now they have to figure out a way to actually get home.
Yes. So they go back to, they make their way. Oh, no, that's right. No, they don't. They just start skipping channels.
They kind of cycle through all sorts of shit.
I forgot. I still forget so much of this.
It's like,
movie.
There's Beastmaster, there's Deathstalker, there's more motorcycles, there's more cars, there's more shit, there's horses. What the fuck?
It's Deathstalker 2, which is the best Deathstalker.
Okay. I'm down. I've never seen any of those either. I need to.
The guy who plays Deathstalker kind of looks like James Vanderbeek a little, and he's got some of that charm, you know? So it's actually really fun.
Oh, that's good.
We should do Deathstalker 2.
I have Barbarians.
Barbarians is a fun one.
The one with those two giant twin brothers.
What were they called? The
Barbarian twins.
Were they called the Barbarian
I think so,
twins?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, those guys.
So they flip through these channels until they eventually end up back with the glitch. And Bonnie's like, is that a fucking Care Bear? And he's like, almost. Wink. And then they leave. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And then she keeps going like, press 0, asshole.
And he keeps not listening to her.
But it sounds like he's going to. Every time he's like, yeah, I know. And then he just keeps going. And I'm like, did he press 0? She's like, hey, you should press 0. He's like, yeah, I know. It's a good idea. Did you press 0? No. And finally, like, eventually he's like, fuck, fine. And then he pushes 0, and I don't think it does anything.
No, it takes.
Does it bring him back to like that desert
to the start
area?
channel? Yeah, to the desert.
So you gotta listen to your little sister every once in a while. And then they escape back through the fucking TV. But no, is there.
He's like, where's the window? And she's like, well, it used to be here. And he goes, that's
they
right.
Gotta rewind.
It used to be here, so they rewind it.
It's magic. That's actually really convenient.
It's that might be the most clever thing in this entire movie is having to rewind it to make the window reappear.
So they do rewind. They do the screen like appears. They do crawl through it. Bonnie gets through, and of course you have to have this last bit of we might die. So Andy starts crawling through, and then he gets grabbed. I honestly don't remember what happens at the end. I really checked out towards the end of this.
Bonnie runs over and unplugs the TV.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I have it fucking written in my notes. I'm a fucking
You
idiot.
had that in front. He is staring at his phone as I speak. This was not, it wasn't like out of the way, set down on the table. He had it open and was looking right at it.
No, I'm back on track. So she does unplug it, which is a good idea on her part. And then they're like on the ground. They're like, oh shit, like fuck, that was, oh god, I'm so glad. He's hugging her and he's like, I'm so glad you're okay. Oh my god. And then mom comes in and goes, what the hell are you guys doing? Are you guys fighting over the TV again? You little fucking assholes are grounded.
And they're both like, no, she says, no TV for a week for either of you.
And then she beats the shit out of him with her belt. Like, I'll show you laser tag. I'll burn your ball hair off with my fucking laser. I don't know what that means.
Where are you going with this?
Nowhere.
We're now talking about a 12-year-old's ball hair. Does this seem like a good direction to take the podcast?
Well, we already talked about Bill Cosby. What else could go wrong? So yeah, that's the movie. They're not going to be able to watch TV for a week, and they're like, yeah, that's probably fine.
Yeah, they both kind of chuckle about it. I think they're probably both burned out on TV. As was I after watching this piece of shit.
If I watched this like in like the early 90s, I probably would have loved it to death.
Yeah, you were a lot younger than me, so I could understand that.
Because it came out in 88.
I was 12, so, like I said. Yeah. I was 12, so yeah, it fucking, ugh.
I can only imagine, though, the people who...
This came out in 88?
Yeah.
Oh, so maybe he hadn't done Child's Play yet.
No, Child's Play came out in 88, so
yeah, but this might
could have gone either way.
Yeah, he could have done either one of them first.
So fucking, like, I can only imagine, like, the people that rented this when it had the cool cover, and it was Andy and the Airwave Rangers.
Yeah,
getting that home, and this is gonna be like the Goonies, but with TV, because that's kind of what it looks like.
Nope,
not at all.
Not even close.
It starts out like it could be.
Yeah,
and then they fucking swerve you.
You know, that would be funny to do a kids movie. And to like really make a good one, to really make a good kids movie would actually be kind of funny for me.
I like good kids movies.
Because I don't.
You don't? You don't like the Goonies or anything?
Well, those are from my childhood. Like, I don't like modern good kids movies. Like, even the good ones, I don't really care for them.
No Toy Story for you?
Oh, no, that's not. Well, I guess I don't really consider that a kids movie because that's like the Pixar movies in particular have like they're so layered and smart. I don't even really consider them kids movies. Like they're fine for kids, but they've got deep levels to them.
I just want to watch Power Rangers and Mighty Ducks and Three Ninjas over and over and over again.
That kind of stuff I have no love for.
Well, you are wrong.
With the exception of Mighty Ducks. Mighty Ducks, I love Mighty Ducks.
And then here we are watching this piece of shit, and you're like, this is the greatest movie ever. You didn't say that ever, but you know.
It is so much fun, though, isn't it? Like, come on. This is an absolute hoot.
It was fun to laugh at.
Yeah. You can't watch this thinking it's a good movie. You have to watch this as a bad movie.
You fucking tricked me.
This only has value when watched ironically.
I don't watch anything ironically.
Oh, there
is no irony anymore.
I can understand why. Like your first viewing was probably pretty painful.
Oh yeah, no, the first viewing was like, what the fuck is this? At least it's short, and then the second time it's like, oh yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, because you walk in knowing what you're in for, and you're
that's why I am the type of person that even if I dislike a movie at first, but I'm still kind of interested, I will go back and watch it a second time to see if I really feel that way. Because half the time I can't tell. If Creed 4 ever comes out, like I know I'm in. I'm in automatically. I'll be in love with it the first time I watch it, and I'll watch it 1,000 fucking times because that's just what happens. But some movies, it's just like, what? Like I can't. I need to watch that again because I like want to like it, but I don't know if I was into it the first time. You can probably tell some version of this Andy Colby story and I'd be in, but just make it better.
Just not this one.
Well, we had similar things. We had Last Action Hero. It's kind of a
yeah, you know what? Last Action Hero, like it had an original it like conceptually it went into the movies and stuff like that. So in that sense, yeah, it's a similar thing, but it wasn't just a truly shameless cash grab using recycled material. If you give me an original story with it, yeah, absolutely. I mean, and it can be, like a variant on, like you said, like the Karate Kid is Rocky and all that shit, like that's cool. I don't have a problem with that. Just stop trying to just stop giving me spin-offs. I'm so fucking sick of spin-offs.
Why everybody, you guys kept on telling me about Dirty Dancing and how like, oh, it's just like Rocky 4. There's montages and shit. Yes, but it didn't leave me with the feeling.
I gotta disagree. Dirty Dancing, I never understood it because I hadn't watched it, and as soon as I watched it, I was like, oh, I get it. Because
I realize I like it competition style.
Yeah, it's not that. Not that. It's more of finding yourself style. That's what it is. It's more of like
which is cool.
Yeah, it's more of a finding yourself movie than a competition.
But I need that big. I need to rub some shit into smug bastard bad guy's face at the end.
I can get that. And yeah, and it's not like her dad is actually an enemy. Like if anything, I'm probably more on his side at this point than I would have ever been as a kid. Like I'm like, yeah, fucking. She's 17 years old. Get the fuck out of here.
Great movie though. It was a really good movie.
Yeah,
I was very into it. Movie. It just didn't leave me with the feeling.
No, that's fair. I get it. Because yeah, it. Well, now I'm just trying to repeat myself.
But
yes,
okay,
I get
it. We're done. Do you have any final thoughts on Andy and the Airwave Rangers, Andy Colby's incredibly awesome adventure?
Yes. Fucking watch it, but go in knowing what you're about to watch. Go in knowing that this is not a good movie.
Don't watch it with your fucking judgmental preteens because they will ruin the goddamn experience for you.
Or heighten it. They could make it better if you go in knowing that that's what you're doing, I showed this at my very first Stinkerfest, which we've mentioned it on the podcast before, but Stinkerfest was a movie festival, a bad movie festival that I used to do. You've been to a couple of them. I want to try and work on resurrecting it this year.
Yes.
And hopefully get some comedians on board to try and make it a new thing as well as an old thing, and maybe make it legit to where we can invite outsiders to come to it.
It's not good. It's not a good movie.
No, but it's a terrible movie.
It's a fun, weird, another time capsule of the late 80s when Roger Corman was like, well, I made all these cool movies. I'm just going to double dip a little bit.
This movie could only have existed in the world it existed in, and it's very fun and very bad, and we'll probably never see anything quite like it again, which is to say, I mean, specifically coming from a major powerhouse like Roger Corman, You know, like because for whatever criticism you levy against Roger Corman, they're probably justified. But he really did change. There's a reason he has an honorary Oscar. He changed the world of film in many ways for the worse, but in some ways for the better. Like you cannot deny his effect on the world of film, and this is the worst end of what he did. I think that like this probably represents the lowest of the low end of everything he did. But it's worth seeing that, if only for the frame of reference it gives you for his other work.
Yeah, it's a good little like, oh hey, that looks cool, I should watch that instead. I'll probably never watch it again, but maybe I will. Who knows?
I've watched it more times than I ever would have thought I would.
It is definitely one of those movies that you could go back to and enjoy it and giggle at. And this is the one you want to show people and watch them watch it.
Yes, absolutely.
So yeah, that's the review. It's a good movie to watch people watch.
Very.
All right, I think that's it. I think we're done.
If you like stand-up comedy, come check out my Instagram profile at Samuel Mance. I just got my first merch this week, so I will have merch available at shows I do going forward. I'm working on expanding my catalog. At present, I just have some stickers, but I'm working on other stuff too. So at Samuel Mance, that's also available in our Instagram bio, and
that Instagram bio is at the Shark Pod. You can follow us on everything at the Shark Pod except for X. Fuck that noise.
Yes, fuck X.
Fuck Facebook and Instagram too, but they're really the best we got at this point.
We can't really say fuck them right now because we do need them.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb.
But do fuck them, and we need them, unfortunately.
Hashtag fuck the Zuck and
hashtag fuck the Zuck. I like that.
And I don't have one for Elon, but fuck him too. Even harder, in fact. The other guys are just kind of along for the ride so they don't lose all their money, fucking assholes. Anyways, we're gonna go. Patreon.com/SharksAcrossHollywood. Don't want to forget that, so you can give us money instead of those dickheads. I think we're done. That's it. All right, well, we'll be back in a couple of weeks with another thing, and you'll like it. You will fucking like it.
Oh, you'll love it.
Sorry, yeah, you'll love it. So come back and listen to us talk about that other thing. But until then, stay jawsome.